I wake up feeling alert and refreshed. I got to sleep in a little more than usual, and it felt like it made all the difference. After getting ready and finishing breakfast, Mina and I head to the bakery. It's a beautiful day, so the walk to work is fast and smooth. I hope my shift ends on time. I haven't forgotten that I'm meeting Kira at the shrine afterwards. Once we arrive, Mina and I throw on our aprons. Sunlight filters in through the bakery's windows, highlighting the display cases filled with sweet treats. The fresh scent of bread and sugar mingles in the air, giving the place a warm and homey feeling. Aunt Emiko finishes up a transaction with a customer before ushering us over.
I'm so glad you're both here.
Okay, it took a while there for that click to register. Speaking of register, she pulls Mina to the cash register.
Sweetie, can you please take over the register?
Mina nods and helps the next person in line, and Emiko hands me a tray.
Here is the latest batch of bread. Can you put them out on display for me, honey?
Of course, Aunt Emiko.
Thank you, dear. If you need me, I'll be in the back with your uncle working on a catering order.
As she disappears into the kitchen, I set to work. The store is bustling with hungry customers all morning. The bread flies off the shelves faster than I can restock them. Eventually the rush dies down. As the last customer leaves, Mina lets out a deep breath and sits at one of the tables.
Phew, it's finally slowing down.
Yeah, that last rush was crazy. She slumps against the table looking exhausted.
I just want one moment to myself.
The bell dings above the door. I look over and see a young man through the shop. He looks slightly older than us. Maybe he's a high school senior. Mina's eyes widen. Her back straightens upright. I stifle a laugh. I thought you said you wanted a moment to rest and do nothing. Her cheeks flush.
Shush!
The boy stuffs his hands into his pockets as he checks out the display case. Mina lets out a soft, almost dreamy sigh. I really don't remember what I did for this one. So, when I do this for real, I'll choose this one, but I don't have time to wait for Mina to gather up her courage. We have work to do. I head towards the counter, which snaps Mina back to reality. She jumps out in front of me, blocking my access, and beams at the customer.
Hi there, how can I help you?
He flashes her an easy smile, which makes Mina flush even brighter.
I've never been to this place before. Can you tell me about your hot cross bun options?
Oh, of course.
She clears her throat.
As you can see, you have some hot buns.
Boy blinks.
What?
She sputters.
Wait, I mean, your buns are fresh. Not your buns, my buns. Wait, no, mine, like mine from the store.
Concern settles over his face.
On second thought, maybe something else. Do you have any bread rolls?
Mina nods.
Yes, role play is very important here at the bakery.
Role play?
Yes.
Her eyes widen.
Just rolls? I mean bread rolls.
A breathless, strained laugh puffs out of him. He looks around for something else to order.
Maybe I'll just go with a slice of pie.
Of course. Do you want a cream pie?
Mina quickly catches herself and her face turns bright red.
I mean, a cream pie. Like, do you want a slice of a pie that happens to contain cream filling? 'Cause it's called a cream pie.
He blinks, then nods.
That sounds just fine.
She looks relieved.
No problem. Just 1 second, please.
Mina prepares his order and then disappears into the back. That's strange. The pastries are ready to go, so I'm not sure why she's back there. She returns a moment later to ring him up. After he pays, she hands him the bag.
Thanks.
He tries to take it from her, but Mina doesn't let go. She seems lost in a trance, staring into his eyes. He gives the bag a little tug. She snaps out of it.
Oh, sorry. Enjoy your dessert.
He gives her another odd look, then sits at one of the tables. Run while you can. When he's out of earshot, Mina lets out a low groan. She deflates against the counter. Yeah, that was pretty bad. There's no sugarcoating this. Water's wet, grass is green, and Mina can't flirt. That was a disaster. Mina huffs and crosses her arms.
Oh, come on. It could have been worse.
No, it couldn't have. Yeah, I don't know about that. Mina gives me a pointed look. Suddenly, she's smirking. Wait, I'm confused. Didn't that just go really badly? Why do you look so smug? Mina grins and puts her hands on her hips.
Because, dear cousin, I am smoother than you think.
I arch an eyebrow. Did we not just witness the same thing? She lifts up her chin and pins me with a confident stare.
Nope, because when I was in the back, I wrote my number on the pie and frosting.
She looks over to see that he's already eaten half of the pie. Crumbs sprinkle onto the plate as he takes another big bite. Most of her number has already disappeared. Mina's face pitches in horror.
No!
She reaches out as if she can stop it, but it's too late. The deed has been done.
My number!
Her body slumps over with shame.
World, why?
I laugh and pat her on the back. It's alright, Mina. Better luck next time. She groans. When the boy is done eating, he waves at us.
Thanks for the pie. It was delicious.
Mina waves back, wearing a strained smile. The ding of the door announces his exit. Once he's out of sight, she hides her face in her hands, crestfallen and defeated. I pat her on the back. There. On the plus side, work is almost over. She perks up.
That's true, and my friend and I have plans tonight.
See, it's not all bad.
Yeah, you're right. Who knows? Maybe we'll run into another cute guy.
Just don't offer him any more cream pies. Mina playfully shoves me, but the smile has returned to her face. Aunt Emiko pops into the store.
Hey guys, can one of you help us out back here with the dishes?
Of course. I turn to Mina and flash her a grin. Mina would love to do the dishes. Her eyes sparkle as her mouth lifts into a smirk.
Oh no, cuz. You can do it since I know how much you love doing dishes.
What are you talking about? When did I say that? She hums and taps her chin.
I seem to remember you appreciating the artistry of cups and the durability of bowls.
Wait a minute. That's not the same thing. I was being a supportive friend. She flashes me a grin.
As a matter of fact, since you appreciate them so much, you can do all of them.
What? Aunt Emiko beams.
Perfect! We appreciate the help.
Damn. Is this what I get for hyping up a friend in need? I shake my head. Well, there's no use complaining about it. I'll be there in a second, Aunt Emiko. She nods and faces me in a smug grin.
Don't think you're off the hook, Missy. We need help with that big catering order, so in you come too.
Aw, okay.
The two of them disappear back into the kitchen. I pull out my phone and text Kira, letting her know that I have to work late. My phone dings with a reply text. Kira agrees to push back our meeting time. Once I'm in the kitchen, I roll up my sleeves and get to work. There's a lot to do, but having my aunt and uncle to talk to makes it go by faster. The rest of the workday goes by smoothly. When we're finally done, Mina and I hurry home. I'm running late by the time we arrive at the house. First thing I do is cleanse the shower. There are worse things to smell like than freshly baked bread, but I don't need to make people hungry whenever I walk past, although that is great for advertising. After getting dressed, I'm ready to meet Kira at the Shrine. As I pass by Erilynn's room, I wonder if I should let her know I'm leaving. Her door is currently closed, but the information we hope to find directly affects her. Should I disturb her? I can just imagine the anger if she found out we'd gone out without consulting her. I'll ask just to be safe. Erilynn? I press my ear against the door to listen. There's no answer. She must be napping. I'll leave her be and just update her afterwards. It's probably better that she doesn't join us anyway. Grabbing my things, I head out of the house and make my way to the shrine. The walkover feels longer than usual. My breath comes in gasps as I pick up the pace. Finally, I see the familiar gates. Kira stands in front of them and greets me as I approach.
Hello.
Hey, sorry I'm late. Hope you haven't been waiting long. She shakes her head. This is the first time I've seen her out of her school uniform. I must be staring a bit too long because she breaks the silence.
Is something wrong?
No. It's just an outfit. There's no need to make a big deal out of it. I shake my head. No. Should we head in? Kira nods. We go through the gates and enter the shrine grounds. There are a good number of people wandering about. Families crowd the main hall, wishing for blessings of health and good fortune. Many couples gaze lovingly at each other as they wish for happiness, and even more single people can look wistfully around the shrine, holding amulets for love. I wonder where we should start. Do you remember where you saw that thing in the sky? Kira looks up, shielding her eyes from the sun.
It was right above where Erilynn landed on you. About there.
She points to a spot in the air. I glance up at the sky. It's a clear day today without a cloud in sight. I don't see anything abnormal.
Neither do I. It's not like it was the other night.
Our best bet is to still find the old woman then. I give Kira a description of what I remember. Scanning the crowd, I look for the familiar face of that mysterious old lady. The crowd of people is too thick for me to spot her. Kira takes a cursory glance around her too. We'll never find her this way. Maybe we should ask around to see if anyone's seen her. She nods.
If we split up, we'll cover more ground.
Yeah. We agree to meet back here and Kira disappears into the crowd. I look around again, wondering who I should approach. I see a guy about my age with a big smile on his face. He's clutching an amulet and mouthing "thank you" to the sky. That looks like the face of someone whose wish was granted. I approach him. Excuse me. He turns to me.
What they say about the shrine is real. If you make an offering, your prayer may just be answered.
My heart does a little flip. That sounds familiar. Where'd you hear that?
Oh, from someone here. And they were right. I prayed for love, and I just got a text from the cute girl I work with. It can't be a coincidence.
He heard that from someone at the shrine? That's great, but back to who told you. Was it an old woman with short gray hair?
No, I don't think so. On second thoughts, I might have read it off a plaque. But that's not important. I have a date to plan.
He brushes off before I can ask more. Well, that went nowhere. Takes one to know one. Besides, if I were an old lady, who would my friends be? Probably other old ladies. I approach a woman who waits patiently outside of the offering hall. Excuse me. She jumps at my voice.
Oh, young man, are you lost?
Yes. Her eyes are full of concern. No, I'm actually looking for someone and wondering if you've seen her. She's an old woman about your height with gray hair.
Is that your grandmother? Have you been separated from your family?
Sure, let's go with that. I try to think of more details. No, she's someone who's very enthusiastic about something called ethereal energy.
What? Esther's family? Hold on.
She calls out to another elderly woman standing around the amulet booth.
Esther! This young man says you're his grandmother.
No, actually,
What, dear?
the woman cups her hand around her mouth and shouts again.
This young man says you're his grandmother. What?
All that distracted, I quietly slip away. And that didn't go the way I expected. My best chance to find this old was to ask someone who also spends a lot of time at the shrine. There were a few groundskeepers sweeping the steps that night I met her. There are a few more working here today. Recognizing their uniform, I approach the nearest groundskeeper. Can't tell if he's the same one from that night or not. Excuse me, do you happen to know if there's an old woman who frequents the shrine? The man looks at me, rubbing his chin.
You're going to have to be more specific than that. The elderly are always visiting the shrine.
I agree, they could all get jobs. She has short gray hair, I try to remember what she looks like, but there isn't anything specifically identifying about her. She likes to talk about something called ethereal energy and encourages people to make wishes at the shrine. The groundskeeper frowns.
Ethereal energy. Listen, young man, I haven't got time for pranks. If you don't actually need anything, then please excuse me.
He thinks I'm making things up. Not that I can blame him. Sorry for bothering you, thank you anyway. I'll leave him be. It's clear that nobody knows who I'm talking about. Disheartened, I returned to the meetup point. It hadn't struck me just how fruitless this endeavor was until I started asking around. Realistically, with no name or anything to go off of, what were the chances that we'd find this woman anyway? I don't have to wait long before Kira returns. A sliver of hope stirs in my chest. Any leads? She shakes her head, squashing that tiny ray of hope.
You?
I shake my head too and let out a sigh as I sit on the stone bench. Asking the locals was a long shot anyway. Kira sits beside me and wordlessly hands me a bottle of water. Thanks, where'd you get this?
Over there.
She points to the other side of the hall where a small refreshment stand offers drinks, then holds up a second bottle for herself. How much was it? I can pay you back. She shakes her head.
Don't worry about it.
She sounds firm in her decision. I don't think she'll accept any money. Alright, but I'll get it next time. She smiles faintly and nods. I take a sip. I guess now is as good a time as any to take a break. She nods, drinking a sip of water. As I take another drink, I glance at Kira out of the corner of my eye. Her attentiveness just now surprises me. I think she knows the little things. I still don't have a very good read on her. She likes to keep to herself and remains disconnected at school, so her interest in Evelyn's situation is unusual. My thoughts return to the rumors. Is she really an Igarashi? Would it be rude of me to ask? As if sensing my thoughts, Kira turns towards me, meeting my eyes. I may as well ask. I've been wondering something.
About the old woman?
No, about you, actually. She remains motionless, turning back to her water.
What about me?
Are you related to the famous Igarashi conglomerate?
Yes.
The change is very subtle, but I notice it. There's a dullness in her eyes and a sharpness in her tone. I wouldn't have expected a family such as yours to live here in Matsukaze. Thought you'd all live in the city.
They do.
I blink. So you live here by yourself? She nods, keeping her expression carefully blank. So, when should I come over? I don't know if I went with this one or not. Kira lives alone? That means we can spend some quality time together. Alone. And uninterrupted. So you have the place all to yourself, huh? She nods. Maybe I could come over and see it sometime and keep you company.
It's just an apartment. There's nothing interesting to see.
Well, you might get lonely. Wouldn't you prefer to have someone stay with you and make sure all your needs are taken care of?
Thank you for the offer, but I can take care of myself.
Did she ignore my advances or did it go right over her head? I can't tell. She glances my way again.
Do you live with your parents?
I nod. But they travel for work most of the year and are rarely home. Kira looks in front of her.
Rarely home.
Yeah, but they always check in with me, so I hear from them often. And I still have my aunt, uncle, and my cousin Mina in the house, too, so I don't feel lonely. She blinks.
So you're always surrounded by family?
Yep, sometimes it can get a little annoying when I want my own space, but that's a small sacrifice to make. Can't even imagine how I would have gotten up for school back in the day if Mina wasn't around to wake me up. She goes quiet.
That sounds very nice.
Her voice has a strange hollow tone to it. She fiddles with a water bottle in her hands. What about your family? What are they like? Kira remains silent, and I wonder if I've offended her. As she is about to answer, a little boy looks no more than 5 years old races towards us. His cheeks are rosy pink. As he skids to a stop, he sticks out a palm in front of us.
Give me money.
Is this a mugging? I stare at the little boy. Is this a stick-up? Am I being mugged right now? My brain can't fathom the scene before me. Look, I don't want any trouble, kid. He blinks and flashes me a broad smile.
No trouble.
Good.
Just money.
He pauses, as if trying to remember something, then brightens.
Please?
Kira holds out a coin.
Here.
The little boy's face lights up. I notice Kira's expression soften as he snatches the coin out of her hand.
Thank you, lady. Now I can make a wish.
Yeah, you do you kid. I understand why he wants money now. He seems like he's in a rush. I won't hold him up for making his wish. He races out just as quickly as he arrived. I watch him pause by the offering box. He drops in the coin before clasping his hands together. I glance at Kira. She watches the child squeeze his eyes shut as he makes a wish. I'm surprised you gave him the coin.
It was a small gesture that made him really happy.
I can't help but smile. Kira does have a softer side to her, even if it's not readily apparent.
Koji!
A breathless woman runs after the boy. When she sees him by the offering box, she pauses, catching her breath. Spotting us, she hurries over.
I'm so very sorry for Koji. Please excuse him for disturbing you.
He was no trouble at all.
You're too kind, but I know he was rude. And I apologize again for that. He's still young and too excitable.
She calls out to her son.
Koji, come here. Let me give you a coin first, and then you can make a wish.
It's okay, Mama. The lady already gave me one.
The mother turns back to Kira with wide eyes, then she bows.
Thank you so much for helping him. Please, let me repay you.
She tries to slip a coin into Kira's hands, but Kira shakes her head, refusing to accept it.
It was my pleasure to help.
Please, this is the least I can do.
The woman urges Kira to accept the coin, but she remains firm.
When I was his age, a kind stranger gave me a coin to make my first wish too. I'm grateful that I could pay it forward, and I'm sure your son will too one day.
The mother nods, her face softening into a smile as she puts the coin away.
You have a good heart. Thank you again. Please, let me know if there's any other way I could repay you.
She looks back at her son smiling. Affection makes her eyes twinkle.
Koji loves coming to the shrine. I don't quite understand it myself, but I'll keep bringing him here if it makes him happy.
Does that mean you visit often? She nods.
More often than most.
I share a glance at Kira. If this lady visits the shrine often, maybe she'll know other people who hang around here too. Do you know of an old woman who also likes to visit the shrine? She has short gray hair and likes to encourage people to make wishes. She pauses thinking.
Oh, maybe you're thinking of Miss Tanaka.
Kira and I share a glance. Mrs. Tanaka?
Yes, I've seen her at the shrine pretty often. She reminds Koji to make a wish whenever she sees him. She always says it's the perfect opportunity for it.
My pulse quickens. Could this be the one we're searching for? Do you know she was at the shrine last Thursday?
She may have been. I think she's normally here on Mondays and Thursdays, but I'm not too certain of her schedule.
She was here last Thursday. It must be her. That could be her. Thank you so much. She smiles.
I'm happy to help.
Mama, I'm done!
Koji waves at his mother.
Koji, don't move!
You better not have crapped in the offering box. The woman thanks us again before hurrying after her son. I faintly hear her scolding him as she scoops him up into her arms. Hope makes my body feel light. Excitement bubbles within me as I turn to Kira. Mrs. Tanaka sounds like our best lead. She nods.
It sounds like she won't be back until Monday, though.
Yeah. Would you want to come back here with me on Monday?
Sure.
Great. We can head here after school. Kira nods again.
Now that we have a lead, I'm going to head out. It's getting late and there are a few things I need to do.
Squinting, I glance at the setting sun. Orange and yellow blazes in the sky. I hadn't realized it had gotten so late. Thanks again for coming with me today.
I'm glad we were able to make some progress.
Me too. We make our way out of the shrine together. When we reach the gate, we say our goodbyes and go our separate ways. My mind is racing with thoughts of Mrs. Tanaka as I walk all the way home. When I arrive home, I see Erilynn waiting for me in the living room. As soon as she spots me, she jumps to her feet and rushes to my side.
Finally, you're home!
I'm taken aback by her sudden appearance. Aw, she digs me. She might be harsh and insulting, but I know that's an act to cover up how she really feels about me. I knew you'd miss me when I was gone.
Of course I did.
My heart skips a beat. Really? I didn't expect her to actually agree. Does that mean she really does care?
Yes, I am absolutely famished.
Never mind, I knew it was too good to be true.
There's no food.
What do you mean there's no food?
I mean, I checked the kitchen and there was no food.
That can't be possible. Antimiko keeps the kitchen stocked. Did they bring everything to the bakery? Let's go take a look. I head into the kitchen. Erilynn follows at my heels. The first thing I notice is the bread on the counter. Opening the fridge, I spot the usual staples of meat and vegetables. There's plenty of food here. Erilynn points to the kitchen table.
No, it's empty.
I point to everything in the kitchen. Then what's all this?
They're ingredients to make food, not food.
Then put those ingredients to use. She looks as if I've suggested her she eat her arm. There's bread, ham, and cheese. You could have easily made yourself a sandwich. Erilynn stares blankly.
Make a sandwich?
Yes. She continues to stare at me. Considering her reaction to the sandwich we ate the other morning, I have a strong feeling I know the answer to the question I'm about to ask. Have you ever made a sandwich before?
Of course not.
It's easy. All you do is grab the bread, make sure you add any condiments to it, grab your filling, layer them on top.
Hold on.
What?
I'm hearing a whole lot of words coming from you. I don't understand how any of that will cure me of my famine.
I sigh, biting back my frustration. If you would listen, then you'd know. She sighs and puts a hand on her hip. Finally. Like I was saying, all you need to do is put the condiments and filling between 2 slices of bread. That's it. Erilynn blinks slowly, her expression remaining flat. Son of a... It's clear that she's not understanding. I suppose if someone's never had to cook before, then what seems obvious and simple might not be. Why don't I make one for you? She breaks into a grin, clapping her hands together.
Excellent idea.
Setting herself in one of the dining chairs, she patiently waits for me. I remove 2 slices of bread, then I grab some ham, lettuce, cheese, and mayonnaise from the fridge. I gotta. A bottle of hot sauce catches my eye. If Erilynn doesn't want to make her own sandwich, then I'll make her one she won't soon forget. Turning my back on her, I layer on each ingredient. She peers around me, curious, but I block her view of the sandwich. I wouldn't want to ruin the surprise. Just before I add the last slice of bread, I turn up the heat and douse the sandwich in hot sauce. Holding back a laugh, I slide the plate over to Erilynn. Eat it while it's hot. She barely registers my words and eagerly reaches for the sandwich. Taking a huge bite, her eyes widen and her face pales. She sputters between coughing.
Ugh! What kind of demon poison did you put in this sandwich?
I feign innocence. Whatever do you mean?
This sandwich burns hotter than the sun!
Oh? I didn't realize you couldn't handle just a touch of spice. Her glare melts into a challenging grin.
If it's just a touch of spice, then I'm sure you wouldn't mind taking a bite.
She offers me the sandwich. If I back down now, then that just proves her right. Don't mind if I do. Stealing myself, I bite off a piece of the sandwich and immediately regret it. My tongue feels like it's on fire, the flames spreading to the rest of my mouth. Tears prick my eyes, but I fight to hold them back. See, there's no problem with it. Erilynn raises a brow.
Then I guess you'll be happy to finish this for me.
My mouth protests the thought of subjecting to even more torture. The tears finally spill over as I gasp for water. Okay, fine, this is spicy.
At least you're finally admitting it. Although I still have nothing to eat.
I feel a twinge of guilt. She really is hungry, and I offer to help her by making her sandwich, only to make her something completely inedible. I quickly make her another sandwich, this time spice-free, and offer it to her. She eyes it warily. I promise it's safe. After a moment, she tentatively takes a bite. Erilynn blinks in surprise.
This isn't too bad. Much more palatable than your previous one.
Erilynn continues to chow down on the sandwich. I guess she really is hungry. I sit down beside her as she eats. Normally she tries to take smaller, more ladylike bites, but she seems to abandon that for larger mouthfuls. Watching her relax, she almost looks like a different person. Her eyes have lost their harshness and sparkle with enjoyment. There's even a fleck of mayo on her cheek. I smile. Suddenly she looks up at me.
What is it?
There's a little something on your cheek. In response, she leans forward and tilts her face towards me. I freeze. Her face is inches away from my own. My pulse quickens. What are you doing?
Aren't you going to wipe it off?
Oh. Disappointment drops in my stomach. I don't know what I was expecting. With a napkin in my hand, I wipe it off for her. Her face dusts pink at my touch.
Is it gone?
Yeah. Once we're finished eating, Erilynn stretches in a wide yawn.
Oh my. Well, I'm going to go and rest. I've had such a long day.
A long day of what?
Of nearly starving to death. Trying to just survive takes so much energy.
Erilynn hides another yawn.
I will retire to my room.
Okay, good night then.
Good night.
I begin to clear the place as she exits the kitchen. She reaches the doorway, she pauses, briefly looking back. Curious, I look over to her.
Thank you.
Without waiting for a reply, she turns back and hurries out of the room. I smile as I continue to clean up. After the kitchen is clean, I go upstairs to my room. Mina is still out with her friends, and Aunt Emiko and Uncle Hajime are closing up the bakery. Taking advantage of the quiet, I get started on my homework. I work until I lose focus, and then I browse the internet for a bit. When my eyes struggle to stay open, I get ready for bed. Before long, I am fast asleep. The sun shines through my window, burning away the fog of sleep. Blinking open my eyes, I glance outside. For once, I have no obligations. The thought energizes me and I get ready for the day. Both Mina and Erilynn's doors are closed. That is fine with me. I can use a quiet morning. After freshening up, I head downstairs to grab a bite to eat. There's a loaf of custard bread on the table with a piece already torn off. That must mean Mina is awake. She loves the stuff. I catch the savory smell of meat and see the steamer. Uncle Hajime must have prepared meat buns for us too. After eating, I clean up and relax in the living room when the ring at the doorbell surprises me. I'm not expecting anybody. Wonder who it is. I open the door and am greeted by Kosei's smiling face.
My man! Aren't you glad it's the weekend? I have the day off, so I thought I'd swing by.
Hey, come on in. He barely waits for me to step aside before he lets himself in, kicking off his shoes in the process.
Feel like doing anything in particular today? Where should we go?
I can't help but notice Kosei's choice of outfit. While his clothes are clean, they show a few signs of wear and tear. Most importantly, they're a few decades out of fashion. None of that is surprising. Kosei has had his vintage style for as long as I've known him. That doesn't mean that I've stopped noticing it, though. To a party like it's 1999? Kosei would stick out like a sore thumb if he went anywhere other than the past. 90s called, they want their clothes back. He scoffs.
Some people just don't appreciate good fashion.
Or the lack thereof.
This is classic vintage. It's the epitome of fashion these days.
Are you sure you aren't just wearing old hand-me-downs?
Of course not. I bought this with my own money. There's no better way to stand out than to deviate from the norm.
He's got the standing out part, right? But to answer your question, I don't have anywhere in mind. What about you? Kosei shakes his head.
Not particularly. We can stay in instead. I'm all about relaxation.
That works for me. We can play something on the console.
Yeah, man, it's been a while since I got to demolish you in Crash Bros.
We head up to my room and search through my games. Kosei excitedly checks out the newest release my parents were brought back from their latest business trip to the US. I'll usually get a game before he does, and we'll try it out together. After booting everything up, we select teams and start to play.
So, are you looking forward to the club fair next week?
Yeah, you?
Definitely! I know which club I want to join now, too.
Soccer. He gives me a knowing look.
What about you? Which club will you join?
Well, I do like to start fights on the internet these days, so sign me up for debate. With all the practice I get arguing with Mina, I think my skills will best suit the debate club. A sly grin cuts across Kosei's face.
You've had a lot of practice debating, huh?
Yep.
So you think you're pretty good?
Still yep.
Would you consider yourself a master at it?
I frown. Don't you say it.
Perhaps a master debater?
Get out of my house. Kosei laughs. We continue to chat as we play. As is generally the trend with Kosei, the more into the game he gets, the quieter he becomes. Soon we're both gaining the competitive spirit as we play against each other. Suddenly a knock on the door interrupts us. Who is it? Kosei mutters under his breath.
Must be Mina coming to kill the vibe.
In response, the door bursts open. Erilynn stands in the frame. You can't just barge in here.
I didn't. I knocked.
You're supposed to answer my question. Wait for me to invite you in.
How tedious. I announced my presence by knocking. You'd find out who I was after opening the door.
Kosei stares in wide-eyed wonder. He scrambles to his feet.
That's Erilynn!
Yes.
She's here!
Yes.
In your house!
Still yes.
Dressed like a hot fantasy princess.
She likes to cosplay?
Why do you sound like this is a totally normal situation? Wait, am I still asleep? That must be it.
Kosei pinches himself and winces. As reality dawns, he turns to me for an explanation. Oh, right. Guess we never mentioned Erilynn's living situation to him. So, funny story. She actually lives here.
She what?
Kosei's eyes bug out and his words are a choked squeak. Erilynn waves her hand in front of her face as if waving away an annoying fly.
I require your assistance at once.
I glance over at Kosei and back to Erilynn. In case you haven't noticed, I'm a little preoccupied. She crosses her arms.
With what?
I think you mean with whom? I point to Kosei, who remains frozen in shock and confusion. She glances at Kosei, then back to me.
Well, Mina told me that the homework I was assigned needs to be completed.
Okay,
But she won't do it for me.
that sounds about right.
So I'm going to need you to complete it for me instead.
Seemingly out of nowhere, she pulls out a stack of workbooks and drops it next to me. With a smug smile, she turns away.
I'll come collect it in the evening.
What is even going on? Wait a minute. She pauses, fixing me with a bored look. I want to do this one next time, since we're trying to make a good impression. Insisting I do her homework isn't the right tactic. Clearly she needs help and I shouldn't ignore that. I won't do your homework for you, but if you need help, then I can help you. Erilynn sighs, then settles at my desk, resigned to her fate.
Very well. If that's how it must be, then let's get started.
I meant later. I'm still hanging out with Kosei right now. Erilynn furrows her brows.
What's a kosei?
At the mention of his name, Kosei awakens from his stupor. He jumps up.
Me, Erilynn? I'm a Kosei. I'm Kosei.
Erilynn looks at him as if seeing him for the first time. She puts on a gentle smile, her regal air returning.
Oh, I see. Do we know each other?
We go to school together.
Her face is still blank.
I'm in your class!
Oh,
After her little exclamation, she gets up and walks away. We both watch in silence as she exits. Once Erilynn is out of view, Kosei flops onto his back on the floor.
She didn't even get to the point of rejecting me.
Well, at least your expectations are in line. He clutches at his chest.
That comment would have hurt if I wasn't already dead. Wait, I think this is still a dream. This entire scenario doesn't seem remotely possible.
He pulls his hand back and slaps himself across the face. Seriously, dude? With no change in result, he flops back down again. Maybe she'd remember you if you did her homework. Bet if you did her homework for her, she'd remember you.
We both know that's not true.
You never know until you try. Kosei listlessly flops his head to the side and stares at me. Yeah, okay.
What have I done to deserve such cruelty? How can I be so unmemorable?
I'm pretty confident that you're not the problem in this case. But my words fall on deaf ears as Kosei lets out another long grin. Footsteps echo in the hall, which is immediately followed by a breathless Mina. She pops her head into the doorway.
are you okay, cuz? I heard a thud, and then a loud...
She pauses when she sees Kosei on the floor. Straightening back up, the concern melts off her face.
Oh, it's just Kosei.
Just as quickly, she turns away. Well, that was record timing. Maybe the hilarity of the situation will pull Kosei out of his mood. Hey, Kosei? He continues to stare at the ceiling.
Yeah.
You seem to be pretty proficient at repelling women today.
Ree!
Kosei finally sits up. His face is grave as he returns to his feet.
I need to go home, man.
Why? What's wrong? Kosei shakes his head.
I need to do some introspection or something and reevaluate my life.
Or we could keep gaming. He shakes his head again.
No, not even video games can fix this. I'll see you later.
Kosei shuffles out of the room. I follow him to the front door and send him off, trying my best to encourage him. He'll be fine, I'm sure of it. Well, pretty sure of it. To be continued. Hello. So that's episode 1. That's probably where the demo ended, to be honest. That's a little disappointing. A lot more exciting things to come. Look forward to future episodes. Player feedback helps us, yada yada. That sucks. Like, I even have the beta going, in case you're wondering. I don't know what the password is offhand, and I don't know if they really want me revealing that to people, so... Next best thing I can offer you guys is we will speed through the third video. So I decided I'd step in. We're gonna hit up a couple of the other choices there. I think I told her that was bad. Ask through the door. I said nothing. Just skipping to the end. I told her I'd pay her back because I'm going to accept it next time. When should I come over? Man, there were a lot of choices in the last video. You do you, buddy. She takes me. Let's do this one and see what happens. If Erilynn wants a sandwich, then she'll get a sandwich that is fit not just for a princess, but a queen. I gingerly place the first slice of bread on a plate, laying down my line of sight with a table. It needs to be perfectly centered. Carefully, I layer on the ingredients, measuring them to be exact. My movements are exaggerated as I add on each item with gentle flourish. Erilynn watches me with silent interest. This sandwich is more than just food. It's feeling, too. Sweat beads my brow as I painstakingly lower the last slice of bread and put it in front of Erilynn. Behold, the ham sandwich. Without so much as a glance, Erilynn hungrily grabs the sandwich and takes a huge bite. I look on in shock. My masterpiece! She'd even look at it! Erilynn blinks in surprise.
This isn't too bad.
Isn't it too bad? How dare she? It's a masterpiece! She shrugs.
It's edible.
Her words are like a knife to my gut. Erilynn continues to chow down on the sandwich. Guess she really is hungry. I sit down beside her as she eats. Yada yada. 1999. So, will they let me save here? So, in case you're wondering when I'm doing this, there you go. We'll start with science and work our way down. Think of joining the science club. Kosei sucks in a large breath.
Nerd!
Listen, if getting to make mini explosions is nerdy, then I am proud to be a nerd. Why mini?
Okay, I will admit that exploding things does sound awesome.
Okay. There's no fast load button, looks like. I'm gonna let my inner thespian loose by joining the acting club. Kosei looks confused.
You act? I didn't know that.
Only when I lie, cheat, or steal. Let's go for it. I've always acted.
Since when?
Since I learned that you get to kiss the girls for real.
Ooh, that's smart. Maybe I should join the acting club too.
Don't think that'll give up my leading roles for you.
As if you'd get any lead roles.
I'm considering joining the swim club. Kosei raises his brows. I need to learn how to disable those pop-ups. That is annoying as all hell.
You swim?
Kind of.
Then why do you want to join the swim club?
Practice is right after the girls' swim club. Sometimes they even overlap. Kosei grins.
I bet they look cute in their swimsuits.
I remember the girls from Mina's swim meets. Oh, they do. Aw man, I was hoping they'd go a little more into that. Soccer. Funnily enough, I was also considering joining the soccer club. Kosei matches my grin.
Dude, that would be awesome!
Yeah, our last game was a lot more fun than I expected.
It was! And it'll be even more fun when we're in the club together.
Okay, I was hoping for more on that one. So the bar is pretty low. Let's see if acting club just completely botches the landing. I'm ready to join the anime club and find myself a top-tier waifu. Kosei laughs.
Really, dude?
Of course. 2D girls are so much better than 3D girls.
I'm not going to even touch that comment with a 10-foot pole, but reluctantly agree.
What?
Nothing.
Okay, I think I prefer the science club, to be honest. Really, really heartbreaking. But yeah, this... I really did expect more, especially since this is in beta. Like, I don't know how often it's going to be updated, but I'll try to stay on top of things. I am following it, so any updates will appear in my Steam activity log. And we'll just see what happens. So, I wish I had more to offer you guys, but I guess I need to find some other visual novel to fill the gap in August. I'll look around and see what exactly I can scrounge up. I am the Hero of Light. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.